Have you ever felt trapped, like life's pressures are closing in from every side? Today we'll pray through Psalm 124, declaring freedom from every snare and every hidden trap. In this moment, receive God's protection, His presence surrounding you, and His hand lifting you above every struggle. Stay with me and let His peace settle over your path as we speak life, deliverance, and restoration into your story. Father, if you had not been on our side, we would not be standing here with breath in our lungs and hope still alive in our hearts. Your word says, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, then the waters would have overwhelmed us. In Psalm 124, 1-4. And again it is written, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. In Psalm 46:1. I begin here, acknowledging that every escape I have ever experienced carries your signature, where habits tried to tighten their grip and relationships formed like nets around my steps. You remained the unseen defender. I stand before you with gratitude that I was not swallowed by what sought to consume me. Lord, there were snares laid quietly along my paths, patterns that felt familiar but were quietly destructive. Yet your word declares, our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth in Psalm 124:8, and the Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer in 2 Samuel 22:2. So I confess that my help does not come from willpower alone, nor from human counsel alone, but from you. Where attachment became unhealthy and comfort became captivity, you began to loosen what I could not untie by myself. You see, Father, how easily the soul can become entangled. One small compromise, one repeated indulgence, one relationship built on imbalance, and soon the heart feels bound. Yet it is written, the snare is broken and we have escaped, in Psalm 124:7. And you have delivered my soul from death, my eyes from tears, and my feet from falling, in Psalm 116:8. I pray from that promise, break what still attempts to hold me, release my feet from cycles that lead backward, free my thoughts from cravings that diminish my calling. Gracious God, prosperity in your sight is not merely increase of possessions, but enlargement of life. You said through your servant, Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. In 3 John 1:2. And again, the blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it, in Proverbs 10:22. So I ask for the kind of prosperity that is clean, steady, and free from hidden traps. Remove from me any desire that leads to gain with grief attached. Teach me to recognize opportunities that carry your peace, and to walk away from those that hide a hook beneath their shine. Father, some snares were emotional. I gave loyalty where it was not honored. I poured energy where there was no mutual care. Yet you have said, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it, in Proverbs 4:23. And he brought me out into a spacious place. He rescued me because he delighted in me, in Psalm 18:19. Lead me into that spacious place. Untangle my heart from bonds that drain strength. Establish relationships that reflect your order, where honor is mutual and growth is shared. There were habits that promised relief, but quietly reduced my clarity. There were comforts that became dependencies. Still, your word assures me, sin shall not have dominion over you, in Romans 6:14. And it is for freedom that Christ has set us free, in Galatians 5:1. I receive that freedom not as an abstract idea, but as a daily reality. Where impulse once ruled, establish discipline. Where appetite once dictated direction, restore self-control. Let prosperity include mastery over myself through your Spirit. Lord, I acknowledge that some traps were subtle agreements within my own thinking. limiting beliefs, quiet fears, inherited patterns that shaped my expectations. Yet you have declared, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he, in Proverbs 23:7, and be transformed by the renewing of your mind, in Romans 12:2. Renew my mind where it is adapted to confinement. Replace survival thinking with vision shaped by your promises. Let my internal world align with the freedom you have already authored. When opposition rose like rising waters, you did not allow it to overwhelm me. Then the waters would have swept over us, says Psalm 124:4. Yet, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, declares Isaiah 43:2. I hold these truths together. Even when pressure increases, your presence remains constant. Prosper me with resilience. Prosper me with stability under strain. Prosper me with wisdom to navigate seasons that once would have drowned my peace. Father, teach me to discern before I step. Your word says, the prudent sees danger and hides himself, in Proverbs 22:3. And the Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life, in Psalm 121:7. Let discernment become part of my prosperity. Guard my entrances and exits. Guard my agreements and investments. Guard my associations. Let me not mistake familiarity for safety, nor excitement for blessing. You have been faithful to lift me each time a snare tightened. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. And the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptations, in 2 Peter 2:9. I rest in that knowledge. My story is not defined by the traps I encountered, but by the escapes you authored. Continue to deliver. Continue to expose what is hidden. Continue to guide my steps into wide places. Father, I continue in the quiet confidence that you are still on my side. Blessed be the Lord, who has not given us as prey to their teeth. And again, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. I recognize that prosperity in your kingdom is not the absence of opposition, but the presence of your sustaining hand. Where something once tried to devour my focus, my time, or my resources, you withheld permission. Where pressure once tried to consume my progress, you made provision in plain sight. Lord, there were seasons when I did not realize how close I was to being overtaken by my own choices. Yet you remained merciful. The snare is broken and we have escaped, says Psalm 124:7. And he brought them out of darkness and the shadow of death and broke their chains in pieces, declares Psalm 107:14. I thank you for the chains I no longer carry. I thank you for the relationships that dissolved before they destroyed me. I thank you for the habits that lost their hold when I thought they would define me. Continue to break what is not aligned with the future you have prepared. Father, I ask that my prosperity be rooted in obedience. Your word says, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity, in Job 36:11. And if you had heeded my commandments, then your peace would have been like a river, in Isaiah 48:18. Teach me to see obedience not as restriction, but as protection. Guard me from shortcuts that look efficient but conceal a trap. Let the flow of my life be steady and clean, like a river that does not overflow its banks. There are connections I must release in order to move freely. You have said, do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers, in 2 Corinthians 6:14. And he who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm, in Proverbs 13:20. Give me courage to step away from influences that quietly drain discernment. Prosper me with relationships that sharpen integrity, not compromise it. Align my circle with your purpose so that growth becomes natural and not forced. Lord, I also bring before you the hidden snares of comparison and envy. These too can bind the soul and distort contentment. Yet it is written, keep your life free from the love of money and be content with what you have, in Hebrews 13:5. And a heart at peace gives life to the body, in Proverbs 14:30. Prosper me with contentment. Let my increase come without rivalry. Let my progress unfold without resentment. Teach me to measure success by faithfulness rather than appearance. Where financial strain once created anxiety, establish order. Your word says, the Lord will open to you his good treasure, in Deuteronomy the 28:12. And my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory, in Philippians 4:19. I ask not for excess that burdens me, but for provision that strengthens stewardship. Remove waste. Remove impulsive decisions. Let wisdom govern what I earn, what I save, and what I sow. Father, I remain aware that every step forward has been preserved by your hand. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, declares Psalm 124:2, and unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain, says Psalm 127:1. So I entrust the next stage of my life to you. Let what you build remain. Let what you did not design quietly fall away. Prosper the work that carries your approval, and remove the strain from efforts that are not rooted in you. Lord, I ask for maturity and freedom. It is written, like a bird from the snare of the fowler, the snare is broken and we have escaped, in Psalm 124:7. And stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to a yoke of slavery, in Galatians 5:1. Teach me not only to escape, but to remain free. Where I have been delivered, establish discipline. Where I have been rescued, plant wisdom. Let prosperity include consistency, so that I do not revisit doors you have already closed. Father, I continue in the assurance that you have not only rescued me, but you are sustaining me. Our soul has escaped as a bird from the snare of the fowlers, declares Psalm 124:7. And he brought me up also out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, says Psalm 42. You did not free me so I could wander uncertainly. You freed me to stand on firm ground. Establish my footing so that prosperity rests on stability, not impulse, and progress grows from depth, not haste. And so I remain under the covering of your presence. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8. And the Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul, in Psalm 121:7. Preserve what you have established. Guard what you have expanded. Continue to lead me in prosperity that is steady, protected, and free from every returning snare, as I remain anchored in you. Father, I continue in quiet trust that you remain the one who stands beside me. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, says Psalm 124:1, and the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, declares Psalm 23:1. You have guided me through what could have undone me, and you have provided where I could not foresee provision. As I move forward, let my prosperity remain rooted in your shepherding care, not in self-reliance. Lord, you have shown me that escape is not an accident, but an act of mercy. The snare is broken, and we have escaped, in Psalm 124:7. And he delivered me from my strong enemy, in Psalm 18:17. I acknowledge that some battles were stronger than my strength, yet not stronger than your hand. Continue to deliver me from influences that disguise themselves as opportunity, but conceal loss. Keep my discernment awake and my spirit steady. Father, I ask that you enlarge my capacity without enlarging my vulnerability. Enlarge the place of your tent, says Isaiah 54:2, and the blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. in Proverbs 10:22. Expand my reach, but guard my foundation. Increase my responsibility, but strengthen my character. Let growth never outpace integrity. Let advancement never compromise peace. Where former patterns attempt to resurface quietly, bring them into the light. Search me, O God, and know my heart, in Psalm 139:23. And walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, in Galatians 5:16. Reveal what needs correction before it becomes captivity. Prosper me with self-awareness that is honest and steady. Let the freedom you have granted be protected by daily alignment with you. Lord, establish clarity over my calling. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me in Psalm 138:8. And for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, in Ephesians 2:10. Align my pursuits with your design. Remove distractions that appear urgent but are not essential. Prosper the assignments that reflect who you formed me to be, and let unnecessary striving fall away quietly. Father, guard my rest as well as my labor. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, for so he gives his beloved sleep. In Psalm 127:2. And come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. In Matthew 11:28. Teach me that prosperity includes restoration. Protect me from exhaustion disguised as dedication. Let my strength be renewed in quiet communion with you. I ask that my influence reflect your light. You are the light of the world, in Matthew 5:14. And the Lord is my light and my salvation, in Psalm 27:1. Let the life you are building in me illuminate others without drawing attention to myself. Prosper me with humility that points back to you. Let my testimony be steady evidence that you rescue, you establish, and you sustain. Where unseen resistance gathers, stand as my defender. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear, in Psalm 118:6. And the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace, in Exodus 14. I will not strive anxiously against what you have already addressed. I will remain steady while you guard what concerns me. Prosper me with composure that trusts your intervention. Father, let gratitude remain the atmosphere of my life. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, in the Psalm 136:1. And rejoice always. Pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, in 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. Keep my heart soft and aware of your faithfulness. Let remembrance guard me from returning to what once trapped me, and so I continue forward, mindful that my help remains in your name. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8, and the Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in Psalm 121:8. Preserve my freedom, establish my prosperity, keep my steps ordered and my heart aligned as I walk steadily under your covering hand. Father, I remain aware that without you I would not have endured what tried to rise against me. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, says Psalm 124:1. And the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Declares Psalm 27:1. You have been the quiet strength beneath every steady step. As I continue forward, let that awareness guard me from pride and from forgetfulness. Keep my heart grounded in gratitude for every unseen rescue. Lord, there were moments when pressure increased without warning. Then the waters would have overwhelmed us, in Psalm 124:4. And when you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, in Isaiah 43:2. Through rising waters and refining fire, you have preserved me. Prosper me with steadiness under strain. Let resilience take root so deeply that sudden trials no longer shake my foundation. Father, I ask that you refine my motives as you enlarge my life. Who may ascend into the hill of the Lord? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, in Psalm 24, 3-4. And create in me a clean heart, O God, in Psalm 51:10. Purify intention where ambition tries to dominate. Prosper me with sincerity. Let success never outrun integrity, and let recognition never replace humility. Lord, guard the atmosphere of my mind. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, in Isaiah 26:3. And set your mind on things above, in Colossians 3:2. Keep my thoughts disciplined and clear. Where distraction once scattered my focus, gather it. Prosper me with mental clarity that aligns with truth and remains steady in uncertainty. Father, let wisdom accompany every increase. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, in James 1:5. And wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, in Proverbs 4:7. I ask not merely for open doors, but for understanding once they open. Prosper me with discernment that evaluates before committing, and with patience that waits before speaking. Lord, continue to dismantle any subtle snare that attempts to rebuild itself. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, in Psalm 91:3. And no temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to man. But God is faithful, in 1 Corinthians 10:13. Where weakness once lingered, strengthen resolve. Where patterns once repeated, establish new direction. Prosper me with endurance that quietly resists what once persuaded me. Father, I ask that my life reflect stability that honors you. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree, in Psalm 92:12, and he is like a tree planted by the rivers of water, in Psalm 1:3. Root me deeply in your word. Let fruitfulness arise naturally from alignment. Prosper me with growth that is steady, not hurried, and lasting, not temporary. Lord, secure my household and my future. The Lord will bless the house of Israel. He will bless the house of Aaron, in Psalm 115:12. And as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, in Joshua 24:15. Establish harmony where there was strain. Guard unity where there was tension. Prosper my home with peace that remains even when the world outside shifts. And so I continue in quiet confidence that my help remains unchanged. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8, and the Lord will perfect that which concerns me, in Psalm 138:8. Perfect what is unfinished. Guard what has been restored. Keep my steps steady and my freedom intact as I continue under your faithful care. Father, I remain aware that every season of safety has been sustained by your presence. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, declares Psalm 124:2, and the eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms, says Deuteronomy 33:27. You have carried me through moments I did not fully understand at the time. As I continue forward, let that awareness shape my decisions. Let prosperity grow from trust, not from pressure, and let each step rest upon the strength of your everlasting arms. Lord, there were hidden forces that would have claimed more than I realized. Then they would have swallowed us alive. In Psalm 124:3, and the Lord is faithful, who will establish you and guard you, in 2 Thessalonians 3:3. You have guarded me from outcomes I never saw forming. Continue to establish my path. Guard my progress from unseen erosion. Prosper me with protection that is quiet but constant. Father, anchor my identity so that success does not redefine me. What is man that you are mindful of him, in Psalm 8:4, and humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, in 1 Peter 5:6. Keep me steady in humility. Let recognition never replace reverence. Prosper me with a secure sense of belonging that is rooted in being known by you rather than noticed by others. Lord, refine my patience as my responsibilities increase. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him in Psalm 37:7. And let us not grow weary while doing good in Galatians 6:9. Teach me to endure without frustration. Prosper me with endurance that remains steady when results take time. Let consistency become stronger than impulse. Father, guard the gates of my life. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. In Psalm 121:7. And above all else, guard your heart. In Proverbs 4:23. Protect my inner world from subtle corruption. Keep bitterness from taking root. Prosper me with emotional balance that does not drift toward resentment or pride. Lord, let clarity continue to guide my steps. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. In Psalm 119:105. And trust in the Lord with all your heart. In Proverbs 3:5. Illuminate decisions before they become commitments. Prosper me with understanding that weighs choices carefully. Where confusion once clouded direction, let steady light remain. Father, let my prosperity produce peace rather than restlessness. Better a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure with trouble. In Proverbs 15:16. And the Lord will give strength to his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. In Psalm 29:11. Remove striving that steals calm. Prosper me with contentment that allows me to enjoy what you provide without anxiety over what is beyond my reach. Lord, when subtle temptations attempt to reshape my focus, steady me. Watch and pray lest you enter into temptation. In Matthew 26:41. And submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. In James 4:7. Let resistance be firm and quiet. Prosper me with self-control that does not negotiate with what once entangled me. Father, continue to enlarge my gratitude as you enlarge my territory. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. In Psalm 107:1. And every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. In James 1:17. Keep my awareness tender toward your generosity. Let remembrance protect me from complacency. Prosper me with a heart that honors the giver more than the gift. And so I remain anchored in the truth that my help does not shift with circumstance. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8. And the Lord will perfect that which concerns me, in Psalm 138:8. Perfect what is unfinished, guard what has been restored. Keep my steps steady and my freedom intact as I continue under your faithful and watchful care. Father, as I step into this next phase, I acknowledge that every new level requires deeper trust. Your word says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In Proverbs 3:5-6. When outcomes are unclear, anchor my heart in confidence that you are directing my path. Prosper me with steady trust that does not fluctuate with circumstances. Lord, strengthen my inner life more than my outward progress. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, declares Ephesians 6:10. Let spiritual strength outrun visible success. Where fatigue tries to settle in, renew me. Prosper me with endurance that carries vision beyond temporary pressure. Father, guard my speech and responses. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth in Psalm 141:3. And let your speech always be with grace in Colossians 4:6. May my words build, not break, heal, not harm. Prosper me with disciplined communication that reflects wisdom and calm authority. Lord, teach me to steward what you entrust to me. Moreover, it is required in stewards that one be found faithful, in 1 Corinthians 4:2. Let me handle opportunity with responsibility and increase with integrity. Prosper me with faithfulness in small things so I can sustain greater things. Father, silence every inner accusation that contradicts your promise. There is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. Father, I ask for freedom from every lingering weight that tries to hold me back. He has delivered my soul from death, my eyes from tears, and my feet from falling, in Psalm 116:8. And for you, O Lord, have delivered my soul from death, my eyes from tears, my feet from falling, in Psalm 116:8. Let every hidden snare that seeks to slow my progress be broken. Prosper me with light in places of shadow, and with clarity where confusion once reigned. Lord, establish strength where I feel weak. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped, in Psalm 28:7. And he gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases strength, in Isaiah 40:29. Let me rise above doubt and limitation. Prosper me with resilience that is calm, unwavering, and rooted in your promise. Father, refine my focus so that my steps align with your purposes. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established, in Proverbs 16:3. And I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye, in Psalm 32:8. Protect me from distractions that threaten progress. Prosper me with discernment that sees the path clearly and follows it faithfully. Lord, let your peace govern my decisions. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, in Isaiah 26:3. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds, in Philippians 4:7. Calm every anxious thought. Prosper me with clarity and stillness that carry me through complex situations. Father, protect my heart from what seeks to deceive or derail me. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life, in Proverbs 4:23. And keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life, in Proverbs 4:23. Let wisdom govern what I receive and what I release. Prosper me with discernment that preserves integrity and nurtures growth. Lord, provide clarity where my understanding is limited. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path, in Psalm 119, verse 105. And for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding, in Proverbs 2:6. Illuminate every choice, reveal hidden dangers, and guide me to decisions that honor you. Prosper me with insight that is steady, calm, and aligned with your truth. Father, protect the fruit of my labor from harm and loss. The Lord will bless the work of your hands, in Deuteronomy 28:12. And commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass, in Psalm 37:5. Keep my efforts from being undone by unseen forces. Prosper me with enduring outcomes that reflect your faithfulness and guidance. Lord, strengthen my relationships so that they nurture and not hinder my journey. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity, in Proverbs 17. And let each esteem others better than themselves, in Philippians 2:3. Protect bonds that are pure, and reveal those that are harmful. Prosper me with connections that foster growth, encouragement, and mutual respect. Father, continue to lead me in paths that reflect your will. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, in Psalm 37:23. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he shall direct your paths, in Proverbs 3:5-6. Let every movement I make be guided, every decision influenced by your wisdom. Prosper me with direction that is firm, sure, and peaceful. Lord, let my life become a testimony of your faithfulness. Let all that I am praise the Lord. In Psalm 103, verse 1. And the Lord has done great things for us, whereof we are glad. In Psalm 126, verse 3. Let every step, every decision, every moment of perseverance declare that you are my defender, my guide, and my provider. Prosper me with a life that silently but powerfully reflects your goodness and protection. Father, I come before you with a heart fully aware that every escape from difficulty, every deliverance, and every provision comes from your hand. Blessed be the Lord, who daily loads us with benefits, in Psalm 68:19. And the Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works, in Psalm 145:9. Let every blessing you release into my life remain unshaken by circumstance, and let every provision be accompanied by wisdom to steward it well. Lord, guide my steps so that prosperity is matched by purpose. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established, in Proverbs 16:3. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding, in Proverbs 3:5. Let every opportunity you open be walked in with integrity and discernment. Prosper me with paths that reflect your will rather than mere desire. Father, protect me from snares that attempt to redirect my journey. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, in Psalm 91:3. And he will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge, in Psalm 91:4. Let every trap that has claimed others be powerless over me. Prosper me with alertness and wisdom that guard my steps and decisions. Lord, preserve peace in my heart and mind. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, in Isaiah 26:3. And be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, in Philippians 4:6. Let calmness prevail where anxiety once sought to settle. Prosper me with serenity that guides decisions and steadies the soul. Father, strengthen my inner life to match the external growth you bring. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, in Ephesians 6:10. And he gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases strength, in Isaiah 40:29. Let resilience rise from within, steadying me in times of trial. Prosper me with enduring strength that sustains both spirit and body. Lord, refine my thoughts and guard my heart from distraction. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth, in Colossians 3:2. And above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life, in Proverbs 4:23. Let clarity and purpose govern my choices. Prosper me with discernment that distinguishes between fleeting influence and eternal impact. Father, continue to enlarge my territory while keeping me grounded. Enlarge the place of your tent, in Isaiah 54:2. And the Lord will make you abound in prosperity, in Deuteronomy 28:11. Let growth be accompanied by integrity and patience. Prosper me with measured expansion that honors you and preserves peace. Lord, sustain integrity in every interaction and decision. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, in Proverbs 11:3. And let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, in Hebrews 13:5. Let honesty and humility govern my actions. Prosper me with a life that is upright, steady, and pleasing to you. Father, let every blessing you place in my life be accompanied by protection. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul, in Psalm 121:7. And the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them. In Psalm 34:7. Guard my possessions, relationships, and opportunities from harm. Prosper me with divine oversight that is constant and unfailing. Lord, let my life continually testify to your faithfulness. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8. And the Lord shall perfect that which concerns me, in Psalm 138:8. Let every step, every decision, every outcome reflect your protection, guidance, and unwavering love. Father, I lift my spirit to you, knowing that every snare I have escaped, every burden lifted, and every step forward is because of your hand. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, and whose hope is the Lord, in Jeremiah 17:7. And the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace, in Exodus 14:14. Let the quiet assurance of your protection settle deeply in my heart, and let every attempt of darkness to bind me be undone. Lord, refine my soul so that I may walk in freedom and peace. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me, in Psalm 51:10. And I will restore the years that the locust hath eaten, in Joel 2:25. Remove every trace of what has held me captive, seen or unseen. Prosper me with renewal that restores both purpose and joy. Father, protect my mind from fear, anxiety, and deception, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you, in 1 Peter 5:7. And do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. In Philippians 4:6. Let clarity and discernment guard my thoughts. Prosper me with understanding that is calm, unwavering, and aligned with your truth. Lord, let every step I take be under your watchful eye. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, in Psalm 37:23. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. In Proverbs 3:5-6. Keep me from falling into snares, and guide me toward paths of blessing. Prosper me with direction that is sure, steady, and guided by your presence. Father, shield my life from every hidden trap. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, in Psalm 91:3. And the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them, in Psalm 34:7. Let every plot against my peace be exposed and neutralized. Prosper me with protection that is constant, invisible, and unfailing. Lord, renew strength where weariness has settled. But those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles, in Isaiah 40:31. And he gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might he increases strength, in Isaiah 40:29. Lift my spirit, sustain my heart, and energize my steps. Prosper me with endurance that carries me steadily through trials. Father, let integrity and wisdom guide my actions. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, in Proverbs 11:3. And let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, in Hebrews 13:5. Protect me from compromise, and keep my decisions aligned with your truth. Prosper me with a life of honor, stability, and righteousness. Lord, cultivate lasting peace in relationships and endeavors. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity, in Proverbs 17:17. And let each esteem others better than themselves, in Philippians 2:3. Let every bond foster encouragement, growth, and protection from harm. Prosper me with connections that reflect your grace and love. Father, Let my journey be a testimony of your faithfulness and protection. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8. And the Lord shall perfect that which concerns me, in Psalm 138:8. May every step, every breath, every outcome declare your power and mercy. Prosper me with freedom, guidance, and ongoing victory under your care. Lord, continue to guide me beyond what I can see. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye, in Psalm 32:8. And the steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord, in Psalm 37:23. Lead me where your favor is. Protect me from hidden dangers, and prosper me with an unshakable sense of safety, purpose, and peace that only comes from you, Father. I approach your throne with humility, recognizing that every breakthrough, every moment of escape from snares, and every step into peace is the work of your hand. The Lord is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust, in Psalm 91:2. And he delivered me from my strong enemy, and from them which hated me, for they were too mighty for me, in Psalm 18:17. Let my life be covered under your protection, and may every hidden scheme against me be exposed and nullified. Lord, strengthen my spirit to rise above fear, hesitation, and uncertainty. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart, in Psalm 27:14. And the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped, in Psalm 28:7. Let courage replace doubt, and let faith guide every step I take. Prosper me with unwavering confidence in your promises. Father, guard my mind, keeping it free from anxiety and distraction. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, in Isaiah 26:3. And casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you, in 1 Peter 5:7. Let serenity reign where anxiety and fear have sought to settle. Prosper me with clarity, focus, and a quiet confidence that comes from your Spirit. Lord, reveal every hidden danger and intercept every plan meant to harm me. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, in Psalm 91:3. And the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them, in Psalm 34:7. Let every attempt of the enemy be dismantled before it reaches my life. Prosper me with divine protection that is constant and unseen. Father, renew my strength and sustain my spirit through every trial. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles, in Isaiah 40:31. And he gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases strength, in Isaiah 40:29. Lift me above fatigue and despair, and prosper me with endurance that carries me steadily forward. Lord, guide every decision with integrity and wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, in Proverbs 11:3. And let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, in Hebrews 13:5. Protect my actions from compromise, and prosper me with discernment that aligns with your truth. Father, bless my labor and nurture the relationships you have placed around me. The Lord shall bless the work of your hands, in Deuteronomy 28:12. And a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity, in Proverbs 17. Let every effort bear lasting fruit, and every bond reflect your love. Prosper me with harmony, favor, and abundance in every sphere. Lord, let my journey reflect your guidance, protection, and faithfulness. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, in Psalm 37:23. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he shall direct your paths, in Proverbs 3:5-6. Keep my steps steady, aligned with your will, and secure from snares. Prosper me with clear direction and unwavering confidence in your care. Father, let my life shine as a testimony of your mercy, favor, and steadfast protection. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8. And the Lord shall perfect that which concerns me, in Psalm 138:8. May every choice, every victory, and every moment reflect your faithfulness, and prosper me with ongoing freedom, safety, and divine guidance. Father, I lift my heart to you, trusting that every snare, every hidden plot, and every obstacle is already under your control. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace, in Exodus 14. And blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, and whose hope is the Lord, in Jeremiah 17:7. Let me rest in the assurance that your hand guides, protects, and delivers me. Lord, let courage rise in my spirit where fear has tried to linger. Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go, in Joshua 1:9. And the Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, in Psalm 18:2. Prosper me with boldness and steadfastness that rise from a heart anchored in you. Father, guard my mind and protect my thoughts from unrest. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, in Isaiah 26:3. And casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you, in 1 Peter 5:7. Let serenity reign where anxiety once sought to settle. Prosper me with clarity, focus, and a quiet confidence that comes from your Spirit. Lord, reveal every hidden danger and intercept every plan meant to harm me. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, in Psalm 91:3. And the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them, in Psalm 34:7. Let every attempt of the enemy be dismantled before it reaches my life. Prosper me with divine protection that is constant and unseen. Father, renew my strength and sustain my spirit through every trial. That they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles, in Isaiah 40:31. And he gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases strength, in Isaiah 40:29. Lift me above fatigue and despair, and prosper me with endurance that carries me steadily forward. Lord, guide every decision with integrity and wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, in Proverbs 11:3. And let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, in Hebrews 13:5. Protect my actions from compromise, and prosper me with discernment that aligns with your truth. Father, bless my labor and nurture the relationships you have placed around me. The Lord shall bless the work of your hands, in Deuteronomy 28:12. And a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity, in Proverbs 17. Let every effort bear lasting fruit, and every bond reflect your love. Prosper me with harmony, favor, and abundance in every sphere. Lord, let my journey reflect your guidance, protection, and faithfulness. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, in Psalm 37:23. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he shall direct your paths, in Proverbs 3:5-6. Keep my steps steady, aligned with your will, and secure from snares. Prosper me with clear direction and unwavering confidence in your care. Father, let my life shine as a testimony of your mercy, favor, and steadfast protection. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth, in Psalm 124:8. And the Lord shall perfect that which concerns me, in Psalm 138:8. May every choice, every victory, and every moment reflect your faithfulness and prosper me with ongoing freedom, safety, and divine guidance. Father, I now rest in the assurance that your hand has guided every step, dismantled every snare, and delivered me from every hidden scheme. The Lord has been my help, therefore I am not moved, in Psalm 46:1. And for you, O Lord, are my refuge. You have set me securely on high, in Psalm 18:2. Let the peace of your presence continue to envelop me, sustaining me beyond what my eyes can see and my mind can comprehend. Lord, I declare that every trap meant to hinder, every plot meant to delay, and every work designed to oppress has been nullified by your power. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, in Isaiah 54:17. And the Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace, in Exodus 14:14. I stand covered, protected, and secured, knowing that every step forward is ordered by your hand. Father, I release all fear, weariness, and uncertainty into your care. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God, in Isaiah 41:10. And cast your burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain you, in Psalm 55:22. May every area of my life reflect your faithfulness, and may I walk daily in freedom, clarity, and divine protection. Lord, continue to establish my path, prosper my steps, and surround me with your steadfast love. The Lord shall guide you continually and satisfy your soul in drought, in Isaiah 58:11. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, in Psalm 23:6. Let every trap that once threatened me now serve as a testimony of your deliverance and care. I choose to walk forward in confidence, knowing that the Lord who has delivered me in the past will continue to do so in every season. Every snare has lost its hold, every hidden plot has been exposed, and every fear has been replaced with unwavering trust in your power and mercy. Until next time, may the Lord bless you, keep you, and surround you with unshakable peace. Go in strength, go in confidence, and go knowing your story has already turned into your favor.